Hey guys, today I'm here to talk to you guys about cooking fats and other seasonings, because if we can make our food taste good, we're gonna cook more of it. If we know how to cook food and we feel somewhat confident and comfortable with cooking food, we're probably gonna do it more often. And the reason why that's important is because we need to know how to feed ourselves. It's really good to know what is in your food, and cooking at home helps you control how much of it you eat. So let's go ahead and talk about our cooking fats, all right? We have cooking fats: olive oil, coconut oil, bacon grease, and butter. They're put in this order, and they're based off of smoke points or boil points. So the reason why that is important is it depends on what kind of heat you're cooking with. Okay, if you're cooking with a mellow heat, medium heat, olive oil is a good way to go. Okay, I put olive oil on basically all my vegetables that I cook with. Because it has the lowest smoke point, but it also makes your food taste super yummy. I have a light one and a dark one. The dark one normally goes on like salads if I'm going for that olive oil flavor, that earthy olive oil flavor. And then generally speaking, I'll cook with this one. This one has little to no flavor, but it just does a really good job of coating those vegetables with the fat that's necessary for it to be delicious. Next, you guys have the coconut oil. Coconut oil smoke point's a little bit higher than olive oil. I cook the majority of my meat in coconut oil. So my chicken and my beef generally get cooked in coconut oil. Next, you guys have bacon grease. I use bacon grease for flavoring. The smoke point's a little bit higher than coconut oil, but I don't normally use it for like tossing everything in bacon grease, but I will definitely use it for flavoring. As far as like maybe ground turkey goes, I don't think it has very much flavoring. I'll add some bacon grease to that, and it does a really good job of making it tasty. Next, you guys have your butter. Butter has the highest smoke point out of all of these, which means you can cook in a higher heat with that butter. Now, let's talk about the butters and the bacon grease. I know they've been given kind of a bad name in the past, from what I've learned and what I know. Reason being is our food is generally poor quality, highly processed, and those things combined lead to disease and illness. And it was kind of given a bad name because butter has been used a lot, and it was put in the same category of those toxic foods, but really it's the way that the food is made and processed that makes it bad. So let's not be mean to butter. Butter is still good, so is bacon grease, all right? Let's go ahead and talk about your seasonings over here. We have some coconut aminos. So I'm generally speaking gluten-free, or at least I try to be. I don't do a very good job of it when it comes to some beer sometimes, but I try and stay away from it. And I miss soy sauce. Coconut aminos is a good alternative, good substitute. Notice though that most coconut aminos are pretty high in sodium, which is very similar to soy sauce. So don't use too much of this stuff. It can get super salty and you don't want to be bloated. So be careful with how much you add to it, but coconut aminos are delicious. And then you have toasted sesame seed oil. This is also really good when you're going for that Asian food profile. You can also use this to cook over high heat, which is why they use it in a lot of Asian foods, is because they're using wok. They're using a wok, and then the heat is generally speaking pretty high on stir fry. So that's why they use it in a lot of Asian food, but also has really good flavor. Last but not least, we have balsamic vinegar. With balsamic vinegar, I will reduce down mushrooms with these guys, and I'll also add it to like a pasta sauce. So when I let that pasta sauce simmer, it marries all the flavors of the vegetables and the other seasonings that I used to make that pasta sauce, and it just makes it taste kind of sweet. It gives it just a super great flavor profile. So my encouragement to you guys is to try new things in the kitchen, okay? If you never try, you don't know, right? You need to get to know your own cooking style. You need to get to know what you like to eat, how you like to make it, and you really can't go wrong. If you try something you don't like it, that's okay. Try again, right? It's all about trial and error here. Also, let's talk about measuring utensils, okay? 1 tablespoon of a liquid measuring utensil is very different than the volume of a tablespoon of like a regular tablespoon, right? Huge difference. So if you guys are calculating macros or trying to track how much oil you're cooking with, make sure you guys are using proper measuring utensils because they are very different, okay? I hope you guys are having a super great week, and I will see you guys very soon.